Now, a string in a musical instrument is 50 centimeter long and its fundamental frequency is 800 Hz. If the frequency of 1000 Hz is to be produced, then required length of the string is, what is given here is fundamental frequency of a string of length 50 centimeters is, say, nu, that is 800 Hz. They're asking us to produce a frequency of 1000 Hz, but we have to calculate the length of the string in that musical instrument. We know that the frequency is inversely proportional to length. Therefore, I can write nu is proportional to 1 over L and nu prime is proportional to 1 over L prime under given tension. Therefore, let me call this 1 and 2. Now let's divide 2 by 1. So what do I get is nu prime by nu equals L by L prime, or nu prime equals nu into L by L prime. I shall calculate L prime. So L prime equals nu into L divided by nu prime. And value of nu is 800 Hz into length is 50 centimeters initially, divided by the new frequency required is 1000 Hz. So till whatever is possible. So 8 times 5 is 40 centimeters. So the required length is less than the previous. So the right answer is option A. Next question. The first overtone of a stretched wire is 320 Hz. What is the value of first harmonic? We shall calculate value of first harmonic. It's given that its first overtone nu1 is equal to 320 Hz. How overtone and harmonics are related? When both the ends are having notes, they're having a direct relationship. That is, first overtone is second harmonic. So let's say nu naught is harmonic, fundamental frequency. Then what is the relationship between first overtone? In the case of both the ends closed, we get first overtone nu1 equals 2 times nu naught, as all the harmonics are present in a stretched wire. So what is given here? Nu1 is given, they're asking for nu naught. So nu naught is first harmonic or fundamental frequency. This can also be called as first harmonic. So nu naught equals nu1 by 2, that is 320 by 2 is 160 Hertz. Option A is right. Next question. A wire under tension vibrates with a fundamental frequency of 600 Hz. If the length of the wire is doubled, the radius is halved, and the wire is made to vibrate under 1/9 the tension, the fundamental frequency will become. So initially, it's given that the wire is under a tension. Let us assume the tension is T. This is initial tension. And fundamental frequency, say nu naught, equals 600 Hertz. Now what do they do? Let's assume that its length is L and mass per unit length is mu and radius of the wire is R. If the length of the wire is doubled, they are doubling the length. So L prime is 2 times L. Radius is halved, so R prime is R by 2, and the wire is made to vibrate under 1/9 the tension. So the new tension is 1 over 9 times, or T by 9. Then what is value of fundamental frequency? So now we have to calculate what is mass per unit length under the new conditions, mu prime. So how do we define mu? Mu is mass per unit length, and mass can be written as density into volume. L remains same, and this volume can be written as cross-sectional area into length. So LA by L. So LL cancels to give you density times A, or what is area of cross-section of a wire of radius R? This will be rho times pi R squared. This is initial linear mass density. Therefore, I can write expression for frequency. In the first case, nu naught equals V by 2L, or you can write this as 1 over 2L into square root of T by mu. Clear? Call this as equation 1. Now, what is mu prime? So, mu prime equals new mass m prime by length L prime, and m prime can be written as density into new volume divided by L prime. But what is this new volume? It is new length into cross-sectional area, and that area is pi r by 2 whole square, as radius is r. So L prime and L prime cancels to give you rho pi r squared by 4. This is new mass per unit length. And how can you relate this with initial mass per unit length mu? This is quarter of that, therefore mu by 4 is the new mass per unit length. So the new frequency mu naught prime, that is new fundamental frequency, equals 1 over 2 L prime into T prime divided by mu prime. Let me substitute the values now. I will call this as equation 2 and divide 2 by 1. So nu naught prime divided by nu naught equals, what happens is 2L divided by 2L prime into square root of T prime into mu divided by T into mu prime. Now substitute the values. This 2 and 2 cancels. So what do we get? L by L prime. Substitute the values of L prime, that is 2L. And we know that T prime is T over 9. It's T by 9. And keep that mu. The denominator you have T, and the mu prime is mu by 4. So that gives you LL cancels, TT cancels, mu and mu cancels. So that is 1 over 2 into 4 by 9 of square root. Square root of 4 by 9 is 2 by 3. So 2 cancels. So 1 by 3. So what did we get is nu naught prime by nu naught equals 1 by 3, or the new frequency nu naught prime equals nu naught by 3, that is 600 by 3, which is 200 hertz. So option A is correct. Next question. A string with a mass density of 4 into 10 power minus 3 kg per meter is under a tension of 360 newtons and is fixed at both the ends. One of its resonance frequencies is 375 hertz. The next higher resonance frequency is 450 hertz. Then what is mass of this string? So linear mass density is given, mu equals 4 into 10 power minus 3 kg per meter. This is mu. And one of its resonance frequency is 375 hertz under a tension of 360 newtons. So tension is 360 newtons. What else? One of its resonance frequencies, I will call that as some nth overtone or nth harmonic, that is equal to 375 hertz. The next higher resonance frequency is 450 hertz. So nu n plus 1 is 450 hertz. This is very next harmonic. Now they're asking for mass of the string. So how do we calculate mass of the string? By knowing mu, we have to calculate length of the vibrating wire. So what is length? But to calculate length, you should know fundamental frequency, nu naught. So let us solve that one by one. See, for any two consecutive resonant frequencies, when both the ends of the string are closed, we can write all harmonics are present. Therefore, the value, we know that frequency will be multiple of fundamental frequency. If I call nth resonance or nth harmonic as nu n equals to n times nu naught, and the very next resonant frequency is n plus 1 is n plus 1 nu naught. And we know value of nu n and nu n plus 1. So call this equation 1 and equation 2. What do I get if I subtract 1 from equation 2? 2 minus 1 will give you nu minus n times nu naught. Or what do you get if you simplify this? N nu naught minus n nu naught cancels, so just nu naught. But here in the left side, nu n plus 1 is 450 minus 375. That means nu naught equals 75 hertz. This is fundamental frequency of this wire. I know that for fundamental frequency, nu naught is 1 over 2L into root of T by mu. So nu naught is known. So I can write L equals 1 over 2 times nu naught into root of T by mu. Substitute the values, frequency into root of what is the tension? Tension is 360 newtons and mass per unit length is 4 into 10 power minus 3. So 4 ones, 4 90 times. So you can write this as 1 over 150 into square root of 90 into 10 power 3. Therefore, you can write this as 1 over 150 into root of 9 into 10 power 4, which gives you 3 into 10 power 2 is 100 divided by 150, that is equal to 300 by 150 is 2 meters. The length of the wire is 2 meters. Now, how do we calculate mass of the wire? By knowing length and linear mass density. So I can calculate that. So mu is mass per unit length, or mass equals mu into length. What is mu? It is 4 into 10 power minus into length is 2 meters. So the correct answer is 8 into 10 power minus 3 kgs. Option C is correct.